Today, 2014, May 15. We celebrate here the very important events in the life of the Buddha. So we are celebrating here in accordance with Buddha's the admonishment. So mostly people gather at the temple or at the pagoda, giving speech and doing charity, some discussions, and then mostly they finish. But here, the Buddha's Day celebration is very good, because we are celebrating the Buddha's admonishment, or we are celebrating what the Buddha wants us to do, to honor. So today is the very significant day. We celebrate Buddha Day or Wesak Day. The 43 important events in the life of the Buddha: his birth, his enlightenment, and his final parinibbana. 2,638 years ago, they appeared an extraordinary human being in the world. So he was named Ven Sayadaw. So the Buddha to be, or Ven Sayadaw, was born 2,638 years ago, on the full moon day of May. After 35 years, again on the full moon day of May, he became enlightened. And then after 45 years again, on the full moon day of May, he passed away. So if we count from his final parinibbana, today is 2,558 years now. So we may call that Buddha Wesak, or Buddha year. So we mostly celebrate for three important events: his birth, his enlightenment, and his final parinibbana. But we can add one more event. The same day, on the full moon day of May, he made the aspiration for the Buddhahood and the presence of the Dipanagara Buddha. So Dipanagara Buddha foresees his future and then knew that he would be a Buddha like him. So the Dipanagara Buddha gave a prediction that you will be a Buddha just like me in the far future. So he got the prediction from the living Buddha Dipanagara. So the day was on the full moon day. On the full moon day of May, he got the protection from the Dipanagara Buddha. So if we add this day, we can celebrate 4 important events, and not only the whole life, but in his life, the whole life. Since he got the protection from the Dipanagara Buddha until he became Buddhahood, and he became the enlightened, he was called Bodhisattva. That means Buddha to be. So to be a Buddha, he has to fulfill the necessary paramis, necessary perfections for 4 incalculable and 100,000 world cycles. This is minimum requirement to be a Buddha, no less than. So Buddha sacrificed himself to be a Buddha. That is not for himself, but for the benefit and welfare of all beings. For himself, he could become arahantship in the presence of the Dipanagara Buddha. But he didn't want to enter the Nibbana alone, because he had the ability to make the aspiration for the Buddhahood. He knew that. So he gave up his qualities or his becoming arahants, and then took the risk to be a Buddha. So to be a Buddha, he has to go through such long way journey for incalculables and 100,000 world cycles. He had to suffer a lot for the beings, actually. So when we celebrate, we should also recollect on his lives and why he was fulfilling the paramis, why he was fulfilling the 10 paramis. He had to give up everything he owned, all the outside material things. Also, he gave up like the position of the king or the position of the prime minister, such etc. He gave up such kind of high positions, and also he gave up his own country. He gave up his children. He gave up his wife, and he gave up his own limbs. And finally, he gave up his own lives to fulfill the 10 necessary paramis. So the last life was the King Wesak. If you read the Jataka story, that is the last story. So most of you have read or have heard that the story, at least in general. You may not read each and every part because the story was so long. let me tell you only one point. You can guess how difficult to be a Buddha. So he offered the white elephant, that is the state-owned, not the king. So the state-owned elephant offered it to other country. So the country was very angry with this, the King Wesak. So because of the Buddha's demonstration, the Buddha's will, he was sent to the forest. That means he was like exile. When he was sent to the forest, very far away from the country, and he was accompanied by his wife and 2 children, sons and daughter. One day, his wife was not with him. She was going into the forest to find the fruits for her family. At that time, the old Brahmin Susaka, his name was Susaka. The old Brahmin Susaka came to him and then asked him for his 2 children. Your Majesty, I am too old, but my wife is still young. So I cannot help everything she needs. So I need the slave. The Asian call it a slave. Maybe this today you may call maid. So I need a slave to help my wife or to help me. So Your Majesty, you have 2 children, sons and daughters. So I would like to ask you to offer your children to me. So Buddha, the Bodhisattva at that time, Bodhisattva King Wesak, was very happy. Because if he did not offer his children, then he had to wait another life to fulfill this perfection. So every Bodhisattva, he has to offer their children to fulfill this parami, necessary parami. So the Bodhisattva, King Wesak, did not fulfill yet. That is why he was very happy, and he called his 2 children and give them to the old Brahmin as his slaves. So the old Brahmin, he tied the 2 hands together, and then the children were rejected to follow him. So he beat them in front of his own father. So the old Brahmin was very weak. The children resist to follow. So the children had a chance to coming back to his father. But his father, King Wesak, was unshakeable, unmoved, like a dead person. Just tell them, dear sons and daughters, please follow with him. Please go with him. So beat again the 2 children in front of his own father. This time, his son was at that time, the old Brahmin tied the two sons with the rope. Children told his father, "Father, the parents, the hearts are very tender, very soft for their children. If their children is suffering in front of them, the parent cannot bear any longer to see them. So the parents will sacrifice for their own children. Parents, they protect their children at the risk of their own life. But Father, you are like a statue. You don't seem to have a very tender, kind heart in your chest. Even if you have the heart, your heart must be like a stone, as hard as a stone. You are now very cold." So his son told his father. His father is like a crying in mind, not tearing in the face, but son and daughter, please forgive me if I don't offer you, I will not be a Buddha. So to be a Buddha, please help me. Don't worry, your grandfather will come to you and will pick you up. But before your grandmother came to you, please forgive me because I want to be a Buddha. I love you. Also, I love the Buddhahood more than my children and my own wife and my own country. If you see this point only, see how difficult to be a Buddha. So, Buddha sacrificed many things. He gave up many things for the welfare and benefit of the beings, for the welfare of ours. This life was the last life to fulfill parami. And then he was born as a bodhisattva, the 2,638 years ago. So, as soon as he was born, there are the very significant events occurred in the world. So, after 35 years, he became a Buddha. So, when he became a Buddha, he let the light of the wisdom. Because the Buddha said in one place, the world is blind. That means the beings in the world are blind. Only a few of them sees. That means beings have their own eyes, but beings don't have the knowledge eye. That is why Buddha let the light set up the torch light, so that the beings who have the knowledge eye can see the world So, when the Buddha appears, be it in the world, there are the countless beings. Got the benefit from his teaching. If there is no Buddha in the world, there may be good people in the world, but these people are good. Even though these people have good heart, they may not know what is kusala and what is akusala. Or there are 31 existences, they may not know these planes. So people, even though the people may have voice, but they may not know they may not differentiate between kusala and akusala, wholesome deeds and unwholesome deeds. So these wise people may accumulate the unwholesome deeds, thinking that these are good deeds. So these akusala karma or these actions may take them to the woeful states. But when the Buddha appeared in the world, people had a chance to learn what is kusala and what is akusala. There are 31 existences, so out of them, 4 are woeful states. So nobody wants to go to the woeful states. So people avoid doing unwholesome deeds, instead accumulate wholesome deeds. So because of the Buddha's help, that means he helped the beings by preaching the Dhamma. So the Dhamma opened our eyes. Our eye means here the knowledge eye. So Buddha opened our knowledge eyes by preaching the Dhamma. Because of his teaching, and we have a chance to learn, to know all kinds of karmas and all kinds of planes. So when the Buddha appeared in the world, countless number of beings got the benefits from his teaching by following, by practicing the Dhamma. So we owe the Buddha a lot for his teaching. So to give back, to show our gratitude, we Buddhists celebrate every year for the 3 important events. So this year is 2550 years. Our Bodhisattva, when he got the rejection from Tripangra Buddha, after he got the rejection from the Tripangra Buddha, he made the statements. That is, Pali is very beautiful. The Tainot Tariyam, Buddha, Bodhiyam, Modo, Mosiya. 3 statements. Tainot Tariyam, that's the first statement, the first word. Buddha, Bodhiyam, that's the second word. The Modo, Mosiya, that is the third word. So the meaning is, having crossed over the samsara myself, I will have others to cross. Having crossed over the samsara myself, I will help others to cross. Having penetrated the Four Noble Truths myself, I will make others penetrate the Four Noble Truths. Having got free from the samsara, I will make others free from the samsara. So that is his three statements when he got the prediction from the Dipankara Buddha. So according to his statement, when he became a Buddha, he worked very, very hard. The busiest schedule, I would say. The busiest schedule. Buddha took a rest only 80 minutes a day. You may not believe that. If you don't believe me, then you can read it in the commentary. Buddha slept only 80 minutes a day. So, almost the 24 hours a day. So Buddha worked very hard for the benefit of the beings, not only mankind, but also the beings, celestial beings, the beings in the awful states. So Buddha appeared in the world. That is for all. There is no irrespective of race and religion. There's no the difference, the race and religion. So Buddha is like the sun. When the sun rises in the morning in the east, so everybody can get the light. There's no irrespective of race and religion. There is no any kind of discrimination. In the same way, when the Buddha gave a teaching, when the Buddha gave the teaching to the beings, that is for all, irrespective of race and religion. Those who follow and practice my Dhamma, they will get benefit from it, or they will be free from all kinds of suffering. Buddha never say, my teaching is only for the Buddhist. Even though we are Buddhist, even though you are Buddhist, if you don't follow, if you don't practice, you cannot hope to get the benefit without practicing anything. So the level of Buddhist cannot protect you from falling into the four awful states. So remember that. Some Buddhists think that we are Buddhist. We are doing a lot of things and sometimes not really. We are Buddhist. So after this life, we will be reborn in the heaven. Buddha never said like that. Only those who follow my Dhamma, only those who practice my Dhamma will be free from all kinds of suffering. Buddha didn't say my disciple Buddhist only. Here, anyone who practice the Dhamma can get the benefits from his teaching. Anyone who practice the Dhamma can be free from all kinds of suffering. So after the Buddha passed away, 2,558 years ago to be exact, he left his teachings for us. So his teachings are still available. His teachings can be followed and practiced by all those who want to be free from this samsara. So he left the road, I will say the path. The Buddha had to build this road, this path, for uncalculable and 100,000 years long to finish this path, to finish this road. So you can guess what the road is, what the path is. This is the Noble Eight Path. There are 8 noble paths. Just before the Buddha passed away, he said, as long as the 8 nobles are practiced in the world, there will be arhat in this world. That means, as long as we practice the Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha's teaching will exist. If we don't practice, if we don't follow the Noble Eightfold Path, if we abandon the Noble Eightfold Path right now, then right now Buddha's teaching will disappear. It will not go any further. But fortunately, today, the Buddha's teachings are still available. Buddha's teachings are still intact. We can follow, we can practice, and because of his teachings, there are a lot of beings, a lot of people getting benefits from his teachings. So, that is why we owe a lot Buddha for his teaching, or for leaving his teaching behind after he passed away. To show our gratitude to the Buddha, so we last night you listened to the Dhamma talk, and then you did Deepa Puja, or the candlelight puja, Opa Puja, or flower offering to the Buddha. Not only that, you all practice mindfulness meditation, and then you still made metta chanting. Some of them practice until late night, maybe the whole night. I didn't know after 11. So this kind of puja is the best puja. Buddha wants us to reach the final destination. Buddha didn't want us to stop only the puja, flower puja, Deepa puja, and make a wish. So Buddha did not want us to stop this level. Buddha wants us to go farther than that. That is a practical level. So only when we practice the Dhamma can we be free from suffering. That is why the best puja is the practicing mindfulness. So we did that. Also, you did the mindfulness meditation this morning. So because by virtue of all kinds of meritorious deeds, may all of you free from all kinds of suffering in this very life. Thank you.